All right, everybody, welcome back to SketchCraft Live, round two. Just tried to record an opening of this, and right as I got started drawing, fucking thing canceled out on me. So whatever. It's fucking late, dude. uh, I'm Rob Duenas. This is SketchCraft. This is where I draw stuff. Thanks for showing up, Brandon. Say hi.
Hello.
I swear, some nights I just don't have it in me. You know.
That's probably your best opening, though. I like that.
hmm So I'm drawing on paper, and I'm drawing with pencils and ink. It's the
I,
same stuff I always use. And if you don't like cursing, turn the fucking thing off. I got another one of those the other day. The cursing's unnecessary. I'm like, my whole career's unnecessary. Like, if you really think of it, none of this is really. I mean, working from fucking 7:30 a.m. till 2 a.m. You know what I mean? Like, that's
right.
entirely unfucking necessary. Like, cursing is just a way through it.
That's just a coping mechanism.
hmm No, I can't drink. I can't drink sugar. Can't eat candy. So now I'm fucking stuck with cursing. That's all I got left. Taking that away from me too, you know, kills me with the. I just don't get whole like foul language thing, you know,
Right.
in the context of private conversation, which I consider this YouTube thing to be somewhat private. So I'm just trying to get started. Let's say I got not a ton, but I got some cursing in the game cave. And I've like been like, well, what if people? I'm like, let's 13 and over. Like Goonies cursed. I don't see. I don't know, man. The kids like in the 80s films used to curse. You know?
Yeah. Well, shit. Even when it's just like a Marvel movie, we're the Guardians of the Galaxy, bitch. It's like
I
it's
I
no.
tell you how I got a stern talking to
Yeah.
about from Marvel over that.
Uh-uh.
I did a t. This retailer kept saying we need pixel art, and we need pixel art. We want pixel art with Guardians, and I'm like, it's hard with the movie stuff to do that because they don't like us creating new assets for movie stuff.
Uh-huh.
So it did a shirt where I just took the picture of Star Lord with his hand straight forward and I put a giant pixel in front of the, like in the
Yeah.
trailer. And I went, I'm sorry, I don't know how this shirt works, And they did not like this is not a direction. I'm like, what are you talking? It's in every fucking trailer. It's like you can't use the term party with any Marvel character on the shirt because it implies drinking, you know? So there's no shit, dude. So I'm like, but on the Avengers trailer, they're all sitting around a table drinking.
Right.
The funniest thing, dude.
Wolverine is in the X-Men movie drinking and smoking and telling people to go fuck themselves.
Can't do it in the comic though. He can rip a man in half in the comic, but he can't drink in the comic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Standards and practices or whatever it is.
But I don't care if every now and then someone curses for effect. It's supposed to put an effect on there. When it's willy nilly and people just cursing, it just comes off pathetic and annoying. But I don't. I mean, come on. You know, That's just a battle I'm willing to deal with for the rest of my life because it's like I don't care. Like I'm just not.
Yeah.
Just decided. Like, well, you know how like there's endless rape and sex in Game of Thrones? Well, you gotta deal with the cursing. you know?
It's a trade-off.
Yeah. I mean, there's no rape or sex in my books, so you don't have to worry about that. I made this comment when I was posting up the whips on this. I'm like, man, I haven't drawn dogs since like Richie Rich, and then I totally forgot about the Okami thing I drew. I'm like, oh yeah, I did. I drew a big wolf dog thing. It's not necessary. This is where I'd kill for a pen that was like 0.025.
Somewhere in between.
You can get it a hair thinner if I went with nib, or really if with the rapidograph, but they're just such a fucking pain to deal with. I just like, well, whatever. If you need it, if you really needed it, I could just use pencil, and you can't really tell. But yeah, not a lot of podcasts past couple months. I just haven't had a lot to talk about, honestly, Brandon. When it comes to the actual podcast,
Right.
a lot of people have been like, I'm like, I don't always have shit to say, like, and I've tried to fill that void by talking about movies or games or some shit, and that just pisses off people who are like, I only come here for the art conversations. I'm like, well,
I like the movie conversations.
the only
They're,
one that ever got any kind of traction was the Turtles one a little bit, and that probably because I ripped it up.
I like turtles.
But there's a million movie podcasts, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm not about to start one of those up because I don't give a shit. See, I don't care if anyone likes a movie I like,
That is true.
you know?
And you're not afraid to rip a movie someone else likes.
Yeah, because in my opinion, I don't really give a fuck. I mean, you're welcome to like complete horseshit. Yeah, that's
As
not,
long as I acknowledge it's horseshit.
huh? I don't even care if you acknowledge it. If it's horseshit to me, it's horseshit. There's really not much you can say or do that's gonna talk me out of it.
That is also
So,
true.
yeah. So that's why I don't really like. I'm not really into like film critique. I'm like, oh, I like that. Here's why I like it. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, well, you have a valid point about, like I don't care. That's why I'm not. That's why I can't make a magazine in which things get reviewed fairly. You know,
Mm,
because I'm not very fair.
I agree.
Yeah, the trick with these Cobics is to like just barely use them. Press extremely lightly.
Hmm. Did you see that? That where they took the Star Wars trailer and they did the George Lucas treatment to it.
Yeah, I also saw when George Lucas did it to like three of his other movies. So. I don't know. I'm not really on board with the whole. Hey, here's something new that came out. Let's just rip it for the next fucking 3 weeks.
Couple
You know?
months.
Yeah, let's just rip it and then meanwhile we can go here and defend some other shit. Like I wish people see it just shows you that they care because like I wish people would spend their half the time ripping fucking Gotham with that kind of effort. You know,
Right.
like it could be here's Gotham if you actually apply decent writing and acting, and then it'd just be clips of the animated series. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's a
I
show that's so unnecessarily stupid.
This is just. I just like the Penguin character, or I did. I haven't watched it lately, but it's the only guy I liked on the show. Yeah. But I like the new Star Wars trailer, and I'm not even a Star Wars person. And I was like, oh, this looks really good.
Am I supposed to give my opinion now?
No, I'm just saying that.
Yeah, I've been defending JJ since day one. You know, he was my second pick, but I said it would never happen. My first pick was always Brad Bird, but I knew he was working on Tomorrowland. I told you, I sat 2 years ago in a room going over Star Wars shirts. I'm like, how can we make these films? I'll make a new movie, get rid of Lucas. Like, and they were looking at me, that will never happen. A week later, Disney just bought Lucasfilm. It was funny to watch. I had witnesses. Then they announced JJ, and I'm like, well, I honestly didn't think they'd do it, but perfect. Then I've had to spend the last couple years just dealing with the fucking lens flare jokes. So that's why I'm like, what does it matter? Because the fucking movie's coming out whether they like it or not. So, and if you don't like it, you got fucking 19 other Marvel movies you can sit down and watch. Yeah. Wouldn't stress over it. Because I had to sit through fucking a bunch of prequels, you know,
Yeah.
that I didn't give two shits for. So now it's my turn. Ha ha ha.
Someone asked me today if I liked the whole Suicide Squad casting, and I was like, I told him it's hard to get excited or something that's not going to come out for another 2 years or something.
It only comes out a month after Superman versus Batman.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
August
still.
2016, dude.
I
we
thought it
got
came out. I thought it came out in 2017.
no, it's 2016, dude.
Oh,
It's
that's not too bad.
2017's Justice League.
Okay, I probably switch those two. It's still a long ways away.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're gonna see fucking Harley Quinn finally, and I like the actress, so I think it's cool.
I didn't see the Will Smith part coming. That was a surprise. Like, all right.
Yeah, he's a good actor, so you know.
Yeah. As long as his kid's not in the movie.
Have you seen Fury?
Mm-mm. Is this kid in it?
No, it's the same director,
Oh, okay.
so you don't have to worry too much about it. He did another movie called Sabotage. That was pretty cool.
Hated that movie.
You can't like them all, Brandon. You know.
I thought that movie was like a made for Spike TV movie.
Well, you take a job, bro. You know, like I don't think Brick looks like a feature film, dude. But are you gonna tell me that the guy who made Brick ended up making Looper? You know, and Fury's fucking a hell of a step up. So
Oh
you
yeah,
get with the tools you're given.
I didn't see Fury, but it looked good. I'll watch it when it comes out. But I don't know. I watched Sabotage, and it's just like people have a problem with maybe me and you cussing. That movie, holy shit! They're like, you know, suck my bleep and f bleep.
Sure,
Yeah, you. And it's like, gee, they're just eating breakfast. Like, calm down.
sure.
But I mean, that's how it is. I'm sure
Yeah,
that line of work, those people, I get it.
he's in the army. You should see what that's like.
Right. So I mean, I understand it, but it's not something where I'm like, all right. I was just like, all right, all right. Did he also? He directed End of Watch, right?
I don't know.
Pretty sure.
See how when I don't know something, I say I don't know. I don't pretend like I know, or go look on Google and be like,
Is that me? So what?
I didn't say that. Is it you?
No, there's been times where I think I know what you're talking about, and then later I go and look, and I'm like, oh shit, I was wrong. I mixed it up. I think there's only been one time where you were like, you asked me about it, and I thought I knew it. I was wrong. And I was like, oh, I'm wrong. So that was fun.
Oh, and I made you explain to me, and you
Yeah.
couldn't, because I knew you didn't know.
I was like, yeah, this is fun.
Yeah, so explain to me.
It's
Well,
like,
no, 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 no. Explain.
yeah.
And you couldn't. That was awesome. I had fun.
Everybody watch the fat kid try to do a pull up. He can't. Ah.
No, watch the fat kid who claimed that he won a pull-up championship. Try to do a pull-up. That's what it's more like, more like that.
Probably. I don't think I could do a pull up now.
It gets harder with age and weight. You luckily have both.
Ah, that is true.
You're just mean, Rob. Actually, that's the nicer version. It gets meaner.
I'm not going to tell you the fat thing that happened to me today.
Did a quarter fall out of your?
Oh,
crying from
dude,
the
no,
shower.
it's
It's always a good sign.
it's super fat and super just like Jesus.
Someone else notice your breathing?
No, no, no. I'll tell you, might as well. It's funny. So my buddy, I forgot we were going to the Suns game today, and so anyway, so I went to the Suns game, and their seats at the Suns game aren't necessarily made for tall, wide people, for big people. They're made for like little tiny people. I go to sit down, and my fat ass hits from armrest to armrest, super fucking snug. I was like in there, and it sucks because I'm also tall, so my knees are up, and my feet, because I wear size 13 shoes, are from the front seat in front of me to all the way underneath my chair. Oh man, I just felt like a fucking like a 10-year-old in a booster chair. It was just not nice. It sucked. But I was like, oh man, I'm gonna eat this popcorn and cry. Not really. I watched the game. It was fun, but I thought you'd get a kick out of that. I was like, should I tell Rob that? He doesn't need any more ammo.
I'm the one who's telling you should lose weight. I don't know why you think I'd get a kick out of you being, you know.
Because me skinny's not funny. Nobody wants to hear that.
I'd talk about something else, like,
My
your
heart.
intelligence, your, I mean, I'm not, you're a smart person, you've done what you can. And I mean, I appreciate that.
Fuck, fuck yeah. Uh,
Like you don't let life hold you back.
uh, you've done well given circumstances.
Yeah, given the right. Those are your words.
I can only. I would like to just one day someone meet me at a con and they're like, "Oh, you're not what I imagined at all." Like have them talk to me and they're like, "Oh, I thought you'd be riding a moped, wearing a moo and just dirt, 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 and spitting on
Is that
yourself."
what you imagine?
That's the picture you paint.
A moped and a moo? I don't think that's true. It's
Like
not a true
everyone,
statement.
everyone, everyone, listen to turn your volume up. Listen to Brandon breathe heavy. Uh,
Yeah, but that's true. Like, that's not. That's not. I mean, it's not fiction. That's
mm.
all I'm saying.
I'm skinny, but I have asthma. Shh. Uh, whatever. Once I have my first heart attack, that's when I'll get in shape.
You're first. What if you have a stroke and you don't ever come back to the point where you.
Well, then you're gonna have to find somebody else on the podcast.
Yeah, that'll be hard.
That'd be a,
Whatever shall I do?
that'd be a tough casting call.
The the newly widowed Jessica. We could have a big contest. Who could date? Yeah, yeah, that'd be good.
Uh,
It's not too
Rob's.
bad. Oh yeah, you don't like this. Not a healthy form of conversation.
Oh, I'm fine with it.
You'll just be lying there.
Eh,
Yeah.
eh,
I'll wave Mountain Dews in front of your face, and you'll not
heck
know what to
yes.
do. You're like,
Put those bad boys up to my IV. I'm addicted to sugar. I know this. Really am. I love it. I shouldn't. It's worse than. I don't know if it's worse than nicotine, but it's bad because it's a lot easier to get. It's a lot cheaper.
so yeah, not allowed to talk about on the podcast right now. I'm struggling with that. I'm struggling with things to talk about. After 4 years, there's only so many arguments you can have. And I haven't got myself in. I've officially been freelance free now for over a year. You know, like,
That's
well, I
good.
think officially it'll be a year in February because we can just. That's the last time I did a retro cover for
Uh,
those guys. So that'll be the last time I did something. So February to be but that really wasn't so bad. Those covers.
hmm
I mean, I turned it in February and they didn't print the issue till like 8 months later. But hey, at least it got printed.
In time.
They managed to cover my art up with a bunch of text. Unlike the other covers where they got printed with virtually no text. But
It don't bug you.
no, no, it's all good.
Uh, I remember that one time I didn't do a cover. I got no, I got nothing to contribute to that. It's like, yeah, I feel you, Rob. I hate when that happens.
Haven't been going to cons. You know. Really, I started the podcast as a way to complain. um, the more I take control of my life, the less there's to complain about.
Mm,
And I don't know what to do about that. You know. So mostly it's turned into me complaining about you. Because I have a feeling that that's not going away.
me or my problems?
Your problems. I don't think your problems are going away
Uh,
anytime soon. You could go away overnight if you don't, watch how you eat. But
oh, I watch how I eat. It's just not pretty. It's uh, so this weekend you're gonna get the stuff ready, and then the following weekends when we're doing the.
the following week, during the week, we'll
Oh, okay, during the week. Okay.
we'll have to record at least one a night. That'll get us through most of them, and we'll wrap up on the weekend, and then I can get them posted. Probably wrap them up Saturday, and then it gives me the full day to start. And then getting all those processed Sunday, and then I can just post them up. Be fucking done with them, dude. It's not gonna be fun. I guarantee you that.
It's gonna be a blasty blast.
It's the problem with drawing this fucking thing. Like, because she's kind of tiny, I'm like, how many of these details am I actually gonna be able to cram in?
Do you have a favorite Spider-Man look?
Huh?
Do you have a favorite Spider-Man, like 2099 or Scarlet Spider?
No, I didn't read Spider-Man. I read it when McFarlane drew it for his art. But I told you I didn't get into mainstream comics, man. And Spider-Man sucked in the '90s, bro. Fucking, there was nothing really. I mean, it was cool when McFarlane drew it. Then he kind of did his own thing, and I didn't understand what was going on in half the issues, but it looked cool. And then Clone Saga. I don't read Marvel. I didn't. I just didn't read those comics.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't either. I just
I thought
I clicked
2099
on
looked
some
cool when it
others.
came out, you know.
Right.
And it looks cool, but so what? I mean, you know. Yeah, I like Spawn. Spawn looks like Spider-Man and Batman, so close enough.
Which is your favorite Spawn?
Not the original shit. All the promise it held. The first 100 issues. How about that? I'll be fair. I mean, given the time period, I like the Tick more than Spider-Man. You know.
Yeah, Jiggle's cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't like. I know I bought a bunch of the books for art, like not Spider-Man, but just random Marvel stuff. But and I know the history of things, but a lot of my favorites were like Crimson and Battle Chasers and things like that.
Yeah, you know, like where anything could happen.
Right.
Instead of, oh my god, look, Doctor Octopus is back again. Like, I just don't, you know.
No, yeah, and a lot of the Marvel and DC stuff, I just bought it because of the artist. Like I remember I bought Nightwing because I liked Scott McDaniel's art for a while, and then yeah, just Young Justice because of Todd Knock. And
Well, I had been drawing for years. Impulse, Robin, and fucking what else? Some other kid. And the one that was in there, I used to draw all three of them together all the time. Like, they gotta make a comic with these three characters. Oh yeah, it was Robin, Impulse, and fucking who else was it?
Superboy.
Yeah, Superboy. And I thought it'd be great to send them on like a Vegas vacation, and they get like stuck with Bane. You know, just being like a total dick. I guess like now you'd think of it like The Hangover. You know,
Yeah,
and they made a whole series. I was like, see, I used to tell my guy who ran who owned the comic shop. He was like, well, it's obvious. I mean, that they would do it. And I'm like, come on, man. I'm telling you for like 3 years now. I always felt like they made it too late.
can't pronounce his last name right, and I'll butcher it. Mike Waringo.
Winerigo or whatever.
Yeah,
Ringo.
I really liked his art. I mean, I miss stuff like that. Like a lot of people like miss Michael Turner, but I miss his stuff more. Ringo's.
Yeah, I got into him when he was drawing the Flash, and then I got into Impulse
Yeah.
when that came out. And so I found. Well, actually, I found Ramos' stuff in weird of all places. It was in '93 at the San Diego Comic Con souvenir book because
Huh.
it was the X-Men anniversary, and he had done this piece. I was like, this guy's got fucking talent. Ramos. I never forget a name, bro. You know.
All right.
And then when I saw this guy named Ramos, I'm like, that's the dude who drew in the fucking Comic Con book.
Yeah, I was reading The Flash, and then because of that art, and then the impulse in him, I was like, oh, this stuff's so cool. Meanwhile, only time I've been recognized is the other guy.
Yeah, when I'm your big break, that's a problem.
Uh,
There's this girl I used to date who hit me up a while back when I was drawing for Big Dog. She's like, I haven't talked to you in a while. Just thought I'd say hi, let you know. My current boyfriend really likes your art. It's got all your fucking Big Dog books. Always talks about you. Doesn't know I dated you.
that's
It's like
funny.
let's not tell him. You know? Like,
That'll just ruin it for him.
yeah.
Don't need to be going Rodney Dangerfield on people.
My favorite is when they repost my Cupid shit every February on their Facebook and never credit me. That's my favorite, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And if you notice, everyone gets credit when their shit gets posted, but me. Don't know why that is.
I give you credit, Rob.
I don't care.
Hmm. I take it back.
I don't care.
Still don't care. Did you ever order one of those Leonardo Revoltech ones, the figures?
No. I bought an Oculus Rift, bro. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like I just don't care. It would be an action figure that sits there. You know? I wouldn't use it. I bought something I would actually use.
Have you read that book I got you? Did you ever look at? Did you ever even open it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Glad I got you something you liked.
You want to know the truth?
No.
I already owned it.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, then why didn't you just give it back?
Because it was a gift.
Yeah, but I could have kept it.
Well, that's not much of a gift, is it?
Fuck. So so instead of just saying, "Oh, I already own it. I appreciate it, though," you can keep it. You're like, "No, it's mine. I want to."
No, there was a gift receipt.
Oh, man. Did you take it back?
No, I meant to.
Why didn't you tell me?
Huh?
Why?
It hasn't
Why?
been on my mind. I actually forgot about it until you mentioned it.
You're a dick.
If you really want my advice, dude, don't buy me stuff. Like no one, I already own everything I've ever wanted. You know what I mean? Unless you can buy me financial freedom, that is a gift I will accept. Just don't do it. Better off just going to dinner.
I asked you if you had it.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't want to get into it. It took time to wrap the thing. I even debated, should I ever tell him? I was never going to tell you until about 90 seconds ago. Wanted
Uh,
you seem to feel pretty happy that you were able to do something.
the next
So there
time
you
I'm
go.
at next time at your place, if I see it, I'm jacking it. I'm like, baby, sneak this in your purse or something. This guy.
They are releasing a black and white Dark Knight Returns.
Mm-mm,
I could trade you for it.
mm-mm, no,
We could do a trade.
I'm never buying you anything again. I'm not gonna. I wonder if Jessica would laugh about that.
I wouldn't tell her that.
Yeah, I'm not.
She would think less of me.
One thing Rob cares about, it's public opinion.
No, it would cause you trouble. I could care less.
Nah, she.
Yeah. I know you say no, but I know.
There's
I've
only.
been in more trouble with my friends' wives and girlfriends than you have, so believe
I
me.
just. Well, I don't know if you've been in more trouble than me, but maybe. But
Oh yeah.
no, she doesn't. There's only. There's only a couple people that she didn't really like, and those were right off the bat, though. Like Josh, she didn't like, and a couple other people that introduced. Or she's just like this person. No.
Well, I'm not getting into the Josh thing. We're
Yeah.
settling our differences for the sake of me moving on with life and him too.
Yeah, no, that's good.
So I'd like to just move on. 2015.
That is good. Hooray, it's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, so it's hard to do a whole podcast about. You know, I swear to goodness, man, like I still gotta like. There's some stuff I have to do. Um, I'm being vague on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
There's some stuff I have to do, and it's like to make up a few differentials, if you understand what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I have a couple. I have the way I've gotten out of it before, and then I have like something else I'm gonna try first that requires far less effort. But if I have to do, if I have to do it, it's, man, that I might complain about an awful lot. That might make for some good, because I don't want to do it, but I don't want certain things to come out of my savings. And it would be a grip of stuff. So I got a bunch of techniques I'm working on, and it's gonna be all sorts of little shortcuts I use to get around certain things. But I won't lie, man. I don't want to. I really don't want to have to do it. It's the sheer volume, you see. I can never just be like, "There's my fucking thing. That's awesome." You know,
Right.
it's like 32 of this. You know, how can you produce 62 new pieces of art in 3 months? You know, like I know how. You know, it's
Yeah.
just I gotta sign myself up for it. You know, and it cuts into like my game cave art. You know, which I will be starting up soon. It's like, that'll have to be postponed. At least the art portion, not the writing. That happens every day, but I should be done with the writing between February and March. Which, to be fair, I'm actually at the point I initially had planned on doing. Never intended to do like 100,000 fucking word novel. But that that was unexpected.
Right. No going back now.
Yeah, well, they waited so long. I'm like, well, now what do I do? Wait, cut for like half. I did tell them like, here's fucking, there's no way to like tidy it up early. It's all pretty much a piece. Whatever. So I got this other thing I'm gonna try first and pray for a Hail Mary. But I don't know, man. I wish I could just think up of 7 drawings that could net me another 25 grand. And then I could say hi to people who have disappeared on me, like Mengel. Where do these people go? Remember when I was like the fucking ire? This guy shouldn't fucking do. Where's that asshole? Where are those haters? Oh, they
Right.
haven't just disappeared. You never hear from them again. Like, huh?
The other ones with their non-directed questions, directed questions to you.
Oh, right.
And that's a
Do you
question.
think it's right if a person does?
Yeah.
Especially when it was people who were hitting on you, not but fucking 9 months earlier.
All right.
You know?
People. Mm, okay. It is 1:20. I am gonna go to bed because I gotta be up at 7. Um, are you gonna record tomorrow night? Work on this?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be done in the next hour.
I know. I hate that there's a time difference. Like it just sucks. It's like,
Hey man, I hate fucking the time difference. Your state's sane, you know? They did the right thing. They voted the shit the fuck out, you know? I hate it. It gets dark at 4:30. Fucking explain that shit,
all
you know?
right.
We take our break at 3 at work. I turn my head around, it's fucking dark. It's 4:30.
Yeah, it's a trip too because you just like it makes you think it's later than it is, and it was like today there was like major overcast and it sprinkled a little bit, and it got real dark at like 2 o'clock, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's 5 o'clock. It's time for me to go home, and I look at the clock. It's 2 o'clock. I was like, oh, that's not nice. All right, just hit me up tomorrow.
Alright,
All right, later.
later. Yeah, self-taught. I did try going to an art school, um, but they mostly just had me doing 3D and video editing. So I had to learn how to do all this on top of that. I have a day job. These are just commissions that I do usually one a month. In the meantime, I'm writing and drawing my own book slash light novel slash I don't know what you would call it. So I spent my whole day working, design t-shirts during the day. Yeah, this is actually pretty easy drawing for me. I'm just getting used to the hours again. As, I had a week off and still not completely used to sleeping 5 hours a day. So it's gonna be a rough couple weeks while I get back on my schedule. Let's see here. Get this other wolf knocked out here. And then get the majority of the background knocked out tomorrow night. It's going to require a lot of little. It's not hard, it's just figuring out like the order. Like the order in which I need to do it. Do I have any recommendation for pencils and gear? Yeah, I mostly just use um red mechanical pencil lead. Copic. This is a .03. I do a lot of my work with this. I will switch to the 1.0 or the .05 sometimes. Sometimes the .3. Uh, and then I use these lead holders. So this is an HB lead, and this is a 2H lead if I want something finer. But I'm mostly doing this with just this and then using the pencil lead holders for shading. And this paper is just B marker paper, but it doesn't really matter. It's just a heavyweight. It's the same stuff I do the actual marker work on, so I like drawing most of these with this little Copic pen. But I've done whole pieces with just pencil. Just keeps me from pressing hard. You can wear on your knuckles after a while. Do, do, do. Well, it is about that time. So tomorrow night, I'm gonna get the background all knocked out, more or less. So it really shouldn't be a big issue. All right, so tomorrow night, 10:30 PST, Pacific Standard. See you here. Bye.